Footballville podcast, we back, man. Beautiful ICANN Fitness Studio. We're gonna get into some things today. We got top 5 wide receivers ever to play at Traz Powell. Top 5 greatest wide receivers ever play at Traz Powell that went on to do great things. And who went the furthest? So here we go, what everybody been waiting for, what all the arguments be about. We got the top 5 wide receivers, top 5 greatest wide receivers to ever play at Traz Powell Stadium. Traz Powell Stadium is the mecca in Miami. We call it. So many great NFL players have played there. Here's 5 more we're about to get into. So, but listen, the way we did the list, it isn't who's the greatest, who's the most gangster player that ever had a game at Traz Powell. What we're saying is who played at Traz Powell and went on to have the best career, right?
Correct.
That makes sense to you?
Makes a lot of sense.
Because we can name all type of names of great players that played at Traz Powell. Like who? Give me some.
Oh man, that didn't make our list?
Make our list.
Magic Benton.
Oh no, wait up.
Omar Rose.
Magic Benton, oh Lord. Magic Benton, Omar Rose. Snoop, Marvin Menace.
You know.
De La, we were just talking with the producer. He was saying how De La, the defense. What's that? How you were saying the defense?
The defensive coordinator changed his whole defense to cover De La, Tonio Brown. He had to change the whole defense to cover De La. He oppressed the corner. He moved the safety over top, and he spread the linebacker outside to cover the distance with nobody out but some one receiver.
To cover a hitch.
Yeah, to cover a hitch.
To stop them from throwing the ball
6 yards.
6 yards. 6 yards. That's
how deadly De La was in space.
Right, and this is De La Tonio Brown. I mean, he ended up going off to West Virginia, and then I think he went to Buffalo. Ran back a couple punts or something like that. But I mean, listen, his son is great right now, Washington Park. Malachi, his son named Malachi. One of the most explosive players ever. I mean, there's folk stories about De La racing Devin Hester and beating Devin Hester in a foot race. A few other wide receivers that have been
Santana Moss.
Santana Moss played in the wing T3. What you call the Frazier offense?
Whatever Frazier was running at the time, man. You know.
And Santana Moss ended up going to University of Miami. One of the fastest players we ever saw play going to the league. But it's plenty of great wide receivers played at Traz Powell. That's just a few. We had Tim Brown. We got and we could sit up here all day long and do this. But we're gonna get into the top 5. Starting with number 5. Top 5 wide receivers that ever played at Traz Powell. This is how great this list is. Number 5 is Amari Cooper. Now, Amari Cooper played at Miami Northwestern. I was privy to see Amari Cooper versus Duke Johnson, and actually Norland took Duke Johnson, put him on Amari Cooper, kind of got a good hit off Amari Cooper too in that game. But Amari Cooper in high school wasn't like he wasn't a huge name like Jerry Jeudy and Calvin Ridley was. I think the story is his offer came from 7-on-7. He went on to go to Alabama, and you know the rest is history.
He's showing up right now at Dallas.
Right.
He's showing up.
Yeah, I think at the Raiders he was just wanted out. Same way AB wanted out.
Right.
Yeah, I just think he wanted out. He got to Dallas, started running routes again, and now he look good at Dallas.
Man, he look excellent.
Right. Number 4, man, this list. This is crazy.
Amazing.
This is crazy.
The list is amazing, man.
This is crazy. South Florida should be proud of these names, man. Number 4, we got T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, a quick story. T.Y. Hilton could have went to Miami Northwestern and played with Ja'Cory Harris, Aldarius Johnson, Streeter. They could have been on the same team, but his dad was like, nah, we're going to go to Springs. And we're going to have the boy throw all the balls to my son. He going to get all the balls at Spring.
Right.
T.Y. Hilton went on to FIU. The same concept, opportunity. We're going to get into that later. Go to FIU, give your son an opportunity. The FIU at the time, they had Oregon's coach. Can't remember the guy's name. Cuban guy. And they went to a bowl game. FIU was really good, and T.Y. Hilton went on to play for the Indianapolis Colts, and he's still at the Colts. Small guy. How much you think T.Y. Hilton was?
Man, he's probably 170 soaking wet.
170 soaking wet.
Fast, great hands, great route running, understand the concept of where the holes are at in the defense. And I'm going to say this on camera, that guy's going to be a Hall of Famer.
T.Y. Hilton?
T.Y. Hilton.
160 pounds?
A lot of class. I mean, the guy character is excellent.
Right.
I mean, hey, we should be proud of him.
Yeah.
Very proud of him here in Dade County.
T.Y. Hilton, 160 pounds, soaking wet on Thanksgiving with
170. We got to give him 10
with bricks in his pocket. It's going to be a Hall of Famer, man. If you don't, you know, that's amazing in the NFL. So now we up to what? Number 3?
Number 3.
Number 3. Mr. Famous himself, Tonio Brown. Now, we're going to say Tonio Brown didn't play wide receiver. I know you but type it in the comments right now. You type it in the comments. He didn't play wide receiver in high school. He went to my alma mater, Miami, New Orleans. He was a quarterback in high school, right?
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about Tonio Brown.
Man, Tonio Brown was a phenomenal athlete.
Right.
This kid, coincidentally, these two guys, T.Y. Hilton and Antonio Brown, played together on the youth level. But getting into Antonio Brown's career, coming out of high school, you know, a lot of guys did not really take Antonio Brown. He ended up going to Alcorn State, and he didn't get cleared through the clearinghouse, had to come back home to Miami and end up transferring out, getting everything right, and going to Central Michigan, where he lit up the place as a wide receiver.
At Central Michigan.
At Central Michigan.
Central Michigan.
Converting from quarterback to wide receiver.
Right.
I mean, this kid always had a great work ethic. He worked hard from high school, the same way that you see AB training right now. He was the same type of guy coming out of high school.
Right.
I think he's going to be one of the best players that ever played the game in the NFL based on his ability. Now, we know what the situation is right now.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, right. I think he just bonded out a couple hours ago. Been rough with old AB lately, man. But listen, he's a Viking. You ain't gonna get us to bash him. He a Viking.
Right.
I'm a Viking. You're not gonna get us to bash him. I don't care what he throw gummy wee-wees at somebody. I don't care. Listen, he a Viking, man. He gonna be all right. All right?
AB, hey, man, get it right, bro. We rooting for you, and we in your corner. Hey, Hall of Fame, man. Let's go.
AB,
let's go.
This list is crazy, though.
Oh, it's very crazy.
Number 2.
I'm getting excited sitting here, man.
Number 2, Andre Johnson.
Oh, man.
You ever saw Andre Johnson play?
What?
I think I was in the Marines, man. I didn't get to see him play.
Man, this guy, man. First off, he's just built.
Yeah.
Like he's built like no other, first off. You know?
Right.
Back in Andre Johnson time, receivers, it was a rare. You know, you had guys like Michael Irvin. It was rare to have like real big receivers built like these guys.
Right.
I mean, these guys can play any position pretty much on any given day.
Right.
I mean, from receiver to linebacker to safety.
Right. How much you think? How big was Andre Johnson?
Oh, man.
How big? And you know how big Andre Johnson was in college?
About 6'3".
215, 220?
Yeah, about 215.
So in high school, you think he was what? 6'3"?
6'3", 200.
200.
Easy. Yes.
At wide receiver?
At wide receiver. Can you imagine?
Oh, man. How much you played wide receiver? You went D1. How much you weighed?
Oh, man. I weighed 103 pounds.
Soaking wet.
Soaking wet. 5'7", 103 pounds, but fast as can be.
Yeah, right. The T.Y. Hilton effect. So Andre Johnson, man, go continue on Andre.
Yeah, so Andre, you know, had a very great career throughout his high school career.
Miami High?
Yes.
Right.
You know, did a wonderful job. I can't remember what. Oh, he went to University of Miami. I'm sorry. Yeah. And he went to the U. It's just a brain freeze.
Yeah.
And he went to the University of Miami, played amongst other great receivers, stood out. Now, at the time he went to University of Miami, there were a lot of great other guys that was there at the U.
Right.
He stepped in, played a great role, and as you can see today, he had a very long career in the NFL.
Right.
I mean, got drafted, went to the Houston Texans.
Right.
And I'll be honest, if he was in another team, he probably would have been the greatest NFL wide receiver because he's on the lines with Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
Gotta be, man. I mean, the guy was phenomenal. Great route runner.
So say it again. You said if he went somewhere else, he probably what?
He'll probably be the best wide receiver that ever played in the NFL.
Ooh.
You know, so
But he ain't even number one on our list.
he ain't number one.
How is that possible?
Oh man, cause
Listen, man, I'm thirsty, man. I'm thirsty, man. I'm coming back. I'm thirsty, man. We're gonna get y'all number one when I'm come back.
So you back now?
Man, I'm back.
So who's number one on our list?
Number one. Actually, I'm promoting this celebrity basketball game for the Super Bowl.
Oh man.
Chad Ochocinco, number one on our list, top 5 wide receivers to ever play at Traz Powell. And it's weird because when we made the list, Chad wasn't on there. And then we got to thinking, we was wondering, man, did Michael Irvin never play at Traz Powell?
Right.
Did Roscoe Parrish, man, could he make the list? But then we kind of forgot about Chad. We're like, oh man, Chad might be number one. The greatest wide receiver ever to play at Traz Powell. You saw Chad play?
Oh man.
Oh.
Ochocinco changed the game. In many ways.
Yeah?
In many ways. I mean, from working out at Charles Hadley Park, bringing other guys amongst him, you know, and grooming them and making them better athletes, man. One thing about that guy, that guy took other guys in.
Really?
I think
as a young kid, he was.
As a young kid, as a college athlete, as an NFL player.
Right.
I mean, Chad Johnson have really given back to the community. It goes unnoticed.
Right.
You know, goes unnoticed, man. And the things he did in the NFL speaks volumes. I mean, just from bringing the livelihood to the NFL in the end zone with his dances. But outside of all that, if you really break down Chad Ochocinco in games, that guy always ran hard routes. He always caught the ball very well. He always got to the end zone. He had a nose to get to the end zone.
What do you explain? What do you mean by hard routes? Because it's a play. The play says run the route. And I was told this by another NFL wide receiver this year. Some guys don't run routes, like run real routes in games.
Well, the difference is some guys don't run great routes. Some guys are not route runners. It's a difference between route running and just out there running.
Is it an effort thing? Or is
I think it's a lot of effort because as a wide receiver, you know, we call that exaggeration motion. You know, to make DBs think that you're doing something different.
Right.
You know, to get them off of you.
Right.
You know, you create space. Chad Ochocinco was a great guy of creating space. He was always nice length, had great speed. Wasn't the fastest guy in the world. But he understood, like a Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice understood how to get in and out of breaks, catch the ball, get upfield. You know, and that's a craft. You got to practice that. And I seen that guy do that in and out.
Right.
You know, days in, days out. So that's what make him number one on this list, I'll say, you know, outside of all the other great things he has.
Right, he's our number one. And we have to give guys credit. Guys that come back, we have to give them credit for the things they do, because sometimes they get on platforms and you see them on Love and Hip Hop and they do things and people kind of remember them from the silly things that you see on TV. But this guy, man, always kept people around him from where he was from. He gives back to Charles Hadley, Liberty City. He's always around. Everybody know him. They love him. His daughter is lightning fast in track. You ever had to coach against him?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Very
Doing
fast.
a great job.
Right. So yeah, we give Chad Ochocinco props, man. He's a real dude, man. But he's our number one. So let's go over the list again, man. He's our number one, top 5 wide receivers to ever play at Traz Powell. Number 5 was Amari Cooper. Number 4 was T.Y. Hilton. Number 3 was A.B. Antonio Brown. Number 4 was I got it all screwed up.
You right.
Number 2 was Andre Johnson. Number 1 was Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco.
That is our top 5 Footballville podcast. Hey, drop y'all actual thoughts of who was the best in Traz Powell in the bottom right
in the
here.
comment section below. Let us know in the comment section below who you think was the top 5 wide receivers that ever play at Traz Powell Stadium. I know we could come up with